Ene gisem ni say Tapt Send see yemfa sadere we emma won customers ni titu ene won wo UK say obetimi a create wo Tapt Send wallet no e wo app no eso se ekoba ne se tap rate no ekostra obetimi a save ska akodu mpempenso bi te say 50,000 Ghana cedis ane 50,000 Ghana cedis na afei wo yin kakra se oba on Ghana mu a obetimi a save ska ewo Tapt Send wallet na so abra unya ohaw bia na tie Tapt Send atre wo mahye akodru UAE Netherlands and Austria Tapt Send na easy fast and secure Tapt Send papa no
everybody check now check it check it. That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
There are good news and there are bad news sometimes in our industry. But interestingly, looks like many in this space would always want to project the bad news over the good ones. And that is evident for everybody to see. In fact, clearly, if you live around this space, then obviously you know exactly what I am talking about. That many in this space, they prefer vibing to the bad news over the good news. Today, on this platform, there is something that has happened in the past days that nobody seems to be talking about it. Or maybe they have not seen. Or maybe they are waiting for someone to come and say, take this X amount of money to be able to do it. But as an industry, if you think about the collective interest of this industry, there are some things that you wouldn't even wait for anybody to tell you this or that before you take an action on it. Sammy Flex, as much as I have life, as much as I have the space to do this, I will always do what my power can. And that is what I'm about to do. In this editorial, I'll be talking about Sarkodie. I'll be talking about King Promise. I'll be talking about Darko Vibes. I'll be talking about Amerado. Since the media platforms that we have, instead of talking about some of these things, projecting them to the total growth and benefit of the industry, they won't do it. Interestingly, they are rather talking about the other things which will only benefit them themselves. And even with that benefit, it's not as if it is going to be some generational benefits that everybody is going to enjoy. Let me get my numbers today. Let me get traction today. Let me get my attention today. And when I am done, I get whatever comes out of it. And I don't think, or I don't care about how it influence, impacts, or how it affects the next person. They don't think about it. That is the kind of industry we live in. But as much as I live, as much as I also have a platform and a mouth to talk, I'll surely talk about some of these things. So, welcome. Join me on this journey of the editorial right here on Sammy Flex TV, produced by Digital Rasta. He's called Currency, who is doing camera. Richie Flex is the editor-director of the show. And you out there, I know that you stand for this. You are always looking for what is right. And that is what you get here on Sammy Flex TV. If it is your first time, remember to subscribe to us and wait for all the wonderful content that we have for you on this platform. Now, let's shoot. Tapt Send is here. There are so many people who would want to send money from abroad to their loved ones. But where to go to and how to do it sometimes becomes a problem. to make this issue a matter of the past, some good people have introduced Tapt Send. And Tapt Send is just for your interest. Send money the easiest, the fastest, and the safest way ever that you can think about. Do it today. Download the app. And always make sure that you are using their wallet. Their wallet is such that when the rate seems to be going up and down like that, get it right. When it is up, exchange your money, convert it into cedis, put it in the wallet, so that when you want to send it, you still will be able to send it at that best rate. Even now I hear the pound is really looking good. The last time I checked, I think it was about 16.22 or something to 1 pound. So now, for instance, it is looking good. I know it might not be stable like this. Some few weeks or months to come, it might drop. So if you are smart and you are in London and you are using Tapt Send, you can do some quick exchanges, dump them into your wallet, and when you want to send money from abroad to Ghana, you get the best of rates. This is my information. But anytime you want to do this, remember to use the promo code SammyFlex. And the promo code SammyFlex would even give you some additional amount on your wallet. Do it today and thank me later. Now, let's get to business. Straightforward. We have all heard, at least if you live in Ghana, or even if you don't live in Ghana and you've been paying attention to some details here in Ghana, I want to believe you might have heard that Vodafone is now changing ownership, is now changing partnership, is now changing their brand, is now moving into a different world. And this world, they call it Telecel. That is just so you know. Vodafone is moving straight from being Vodafone to Telecel. This information has been around us for some time. We've seen on social media how some of their platforms online have started sharing some of these details and information. But whilst we're all waiting for the grand launch, it happened last Monday. And interestingly, the industry, apart from the few people they engaged to be part of their publicity, the whole industry seems to be playing the onlooking, like we will say on the streets, them GI. It's like they've not seen it. Meanwhile, it is this affiliation or relationship that has given us our Vodafone Ghana Music Awards for the past years. Well, this year, it is obvious that there isn't going to be any Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. Again, it is obvious that we might not be seeing a Telecel Ghana Music Awards. But one thing that we can sense from afar, based on the sniffing that we've been doing around, is the fact that there will still be some support of a sort coming from the new Telecel to Shatta House, organizers of the Ghana Music Awards. That one, I want to believe, because for the kind of relationship that they have been honoring over the years, it will be some way that one day, 1 year, cut, boom, and nothing of that sort is happening. Who knows? Even if we are lucky, we might also get the name Telecel Ghana Music Awards, which will be TGMA. No more VGMA. To be TGMA. It is possible. Highly possible, because according to some connects I have at Telecel, or at Vodafone now Telecel, some key people from Shatta House are still in touch with them. Some of them walk in and out of their offices on a daily. So I want to believe that that relationship is still there. Knowing the fact that Vodafone over the years has supported our music industry, especially in the area of our award scheme, and knowing that Telecel will be a brother, a sister, or better say a relative to Vodafone, I still want the industry to see Telecel as Vodafone, so that in our area of support, in our area of love, in our area of dealing with them, we still treat them like we were dealing with Vodafone back then. And to me, if there is one area that in all their dealings, they should also consider having it in their books, will be the Ghana Music Awards, the Shatta House organized Ghana Music Awards. Do you know why I'm saying this? Sammy Flex sitting here I've been a proud board member of 3 music awards before. I don't know if I should say and the erstwhile 3 music awards. I don't know if it would be politically right for me to say the erstwhile 3 music awards. And I also don't know if it would be right for me to say I'm still a board member, because I know if you are related to an artist, like today I am, you are not allowed to be a board member, unless maybe the rules there would be different a little bit. Because I know in some award schemes, as much as you are closely affiliated to an artist, you are barred from being a board member. Obviously, the reasons are clear that you might be biased towards your artist should he or she come up for nomination or for consideration. You are sure going to be biased towards your artist, which is human nature. So it is not evil for someone to even think like that. It is human nature. We all have bias intents in us. In fact, in all of us, we have it. Someone who is my friend, someone who is my person, there is no way I would ignore that person over that guy I don't have any relationship or whatsoever with. At every point in time, I would support, I will influence, I will affiliate with that guy who is closer to me than the other guy who is not. So that is fair. Now, since Monday, Telecel, they have been doing series of events in moving from Vodafone to Telecel. But how well is our industry talking about it? How well is our industry projecting this? How well is our industry discussing this on their platforms? At least I can tell you this. Let me go on my phone and confirm these details with you so you know exactly what I'm talking about. At least for the past days, I know Darko Vibes and Amerado have performed at the AICC, that is the Accra International Conference Center, which was more or less like the internal staff and the stakeholders launch of Telecel. As in the staff members of Telecel, their people in-house and stakeholders, that is their key people, their close people that they deal with. They have been dealing with them. As it stands now, that is how it looks like. At the Accra International Conference Center, that was massively done. And we saw beautiful performances from Darko Vibes as well as Amerado. That I have not seen, I have not heard, I have not felt any industry conversation talking about some of these things. Rather, we would want to assemble people to insult or to attack Shatta Wale for his performance at the opening of the All African Games, where he's made his thousands of dollars that you did not make. Yes, he's bagged some good amount of money. You did not make any. But you are sitting on radio and TV saying BS about his performance. That is fine. How about if you think Shatta did not do anything right at the Accra All Africa Games? How about those who are doing it right? Darko Vibes, Amerado. Why are you not talking about them? And this is what I said in my previous editorial, that we are doing so many things to kill these boys, their interest, their vim, and even their motivation in doing this. Because they will do good, but the good won't be projected. They will do good, but the good won't be talked about. Rather, you would want to go and fish for someone who we think has done bad and rather put spotlight on it. And this is painful. It did not end there. King Promise was at last for the launch with the Vice President and the other CEOs. Yes, Vice President was there. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, he was there. King Promise performed alongside the Vodafone CEOs scattered around Ghana. And they also had a beautiful time. If you look at the setting, if you look at all those things that happened there, definitely you would love it. You'll be happy about it. We claim someone did not do it right. We are talking about him. How about those who did it right? This is a corporate firm. Someone who the industry should even give a welcome of a sort. That, oh, Vodafone were our brothers or our partners or our relatives. So now that their relative has now changed clothes and is now Telecel, we are still giving you that warm welcome. No. We are all playing the onlooking. We jeer our eye for them. But I know, very soon, now that we know there is a new office set up, blah, 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 I know very soon, so many people will be running there for sponsorship. Either for sponsorship for their outdoor programs, sponsorship for their radio and TV programs, sponsorship for their online platforms. Some people going there for so many reasons and purposes. Yet, all the beautiful things they are doing to launch their program, nobody is talking about it. Because maybe you've not received something. You want to say that, oh, GH Kweku, Sammy K. Dems, Ronnie is everywhere, Zion Felix Dems, they have taken money, so they should do it alone. Meanwhile, one day, you go to them, but you don't mind talking about it. Now, it did not end there. Sarkodie was also at the Accra Ball for the public and media launch. And I was so surprised seeing Obede Pombede in that hot sun performing. Of course, it is money business. If it is money, if there is money involved, you'd have no excuse to say you wouldn't go or you would go. There is money. Just go there, kill it, do it, and take your money and just go away. That is it. Once again, I've seen some information run around, which is not what I expect to see, about a gentleman who was complaining about the fact that Shatta Wale could have thrown or would have thrown money at them, but Sarkodie did not do it. That is a minor. Like, that is really not the major one. Of course, to some people, it's an agenda for them. To some people, it is something that they would want to push. That, yeah, that is how Shatta Wale plays. Sarkodie doesn't play like that. That is fine. But the main conversation of Sarkodie being a part of the launch of the brand, nobody is talking about it. The fact that maybe in his lifetime as an artist, over the years, a decade and more, the fact that he did that beautiful performance within some minutes just to bring some hype on him, we are not talking about it. And this is how low our industry has become. I know someone would have a beautiful argument to say, oh, but they are doing business. So if you want to engage us the business way too. Now, let me say this. If in Sarkodie's performance, he had fallen, broken a leg, I'm sure like by now, it is leading the headlines. If in Sarkodie's performance, he had said something against MTN, I'm sure it would have been in the news by now. If in Sarkodie's performance, or either before or after, on his way home, something had happened, I'm sure we would be eating that kind of story now. But because nothing happened, because he performed to the people, and the people, as in the Telecel guys, were happy that whatever they were looking for, they have achieved it. Because of that, you don't talk about it. It's sad. It's sad. Yes, I understand. I know someone might also argue that, oh, Mikra or they've not heard it cry before. It is true. It has not been loud. That one, it is true. But just as we are always looking for some details, if we pay attention, we will see them. Because if not for anything, some popular bloggers here in Ghana, Jane Kweku and his people, they publish it. Those who follow some key platforms that follow these artists like the SAC Update and all those, they've also posted it. And it's out there. As a news person who is always researching and looking for bits and pieces to put together, you might have come across it. Just as I came across it and I felt that, oh, there is the need for us to, in unison, welcome Telecel into our midst or into our fold. At least they are going to be a great contributor to our industry if they still pay attention to our arts and tourism industry. We all know what is happening to our 3 Music Award scheme now. It is not as if 3 Music Award scheme is a scheme less of its value. Nobody can say that no matter what. In fact, I'm sure even when you go to some key people at GMA, that is Ghana Music Award Charterhouse, I want to believe they will tell you that yes, 3 Music posed a big competition and a threat to VGMA. Then, now GMA. I know they would confirm it. They might not be able to say it publicly. Of course, we understand the competition and the game. They might not be able to say it publicly, but I want to believe they would admit that indeed, when 3 Music came, they really put them on their toes. But what is happening? For the past 2 years or more, we've not seen the event. And it is simple. It is not because of anything. No. It is because the event is not getting money to organize it. It is because the event is not getting any key sponsorship. to do it. It is because the event is not having enough funds to offset its bills, budget in the organization. Because, you know, 3 Music, they raised the bar. The standard was high. Like, you watch details of 3 Music and you feel like, yeah, this is an award scheme. From stage, light, setting, and everything, you would realize that, yes, indeed, 3 Music Awards has come to stay. But because of financial constraints, the event seems to be going up and down. And now that, as it stands now, Telecel is in, that we are supposed to at least let them feel welcome, so that even if, as it stands now, they are still sitting in their boardroom deciding on whether to continue or not to continue sponsoring the Ghana Music Awards, some of the things we will do or some of the things we will say would influence them to do it. No, it is not part of our agenda. It is not Shatta Wale who we want to attack for taking thousands of dollars from the All-African Games. It is not Shatta Wale who we want to attack for not doing what we wanted him to do, for not performing to how we wanted, not how the organizers, as in the producer of the show, how we wanted it. Why did he put on Kent? That is what we are talking about. And that is how useless sometimes our industry looks. People on platforms that you think they should know better, speak better, churn out information that will come out to be educative and informative to the whole industry for its growth and benefit. No. We are proud of the self-aggrandizement and saying all sort of BS in the name of clout. Just Sheldon will say cloutenbegs in the name of clouts, because you'll be on social media, we are enjoying it. It is sad, really, really sad. On this note, I want to say big ups to Telecel, welcome them. The change from Vodafone to Telecel, I want to believe, has been smooth. Yes, some few people might have challenges with their internet. Roland, one of them, will have challenges with their internet here and there. In our office, sometimes they're on and off. But what else? That is what we have. We can only protect it and make it work well. And to the artist who also performed, this is the time that you guys also have to do enough. Because you can't perform at some of these events and you would also not help in the publicity. It's one of the reasons why Shatta Wale remains the most expensive and the most sought after artist when it comes to some of these gigs. Because with him, just that appearance, just that post that he's doing this, he's doing that, his fans will take it up and it will be blown everywhere. Like by now, it is everywhere. But it is not like that. Maybe there are other things that Shatta Wale might be considered, like if they want to do any of the street carnivals for mega and the big launches and all, he does it better than any other person. He brings the talk, he brings the vibe, and by the time you wake up, everywhere is talking or discussing Telecel. And that is what we also stand for at Shatta Movement. But until now, we want to say welcome to them, to Charter House, Ghana Music Awards organizers. Let's see how best that relationship between you and Telecel can continue, despite the fact that Vodafone is no more. Because I know, if Telecel goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, the scheme will start suffering. Of course, maybe the little money they've been able to save, they will do 1, they will do 2, they will do 3, they will do 4. By the time to get to 5, if they don't get another major sponsor to take a huge percentage of their expenditure for the event, I know things will not look good. Like it does not look good for 3 Music Awards. So we welcome them. In all their dealings, let me say it again, in all the dealings of Telecel, they should still consider having a vibe with Ghana Music Awards, and it will surely help. With this, we can go a long way to help this industry. Until then, everything will be fine. My name is Sammy Flex. This has been the editorial. Remember to always subscribe to Sammy Flex TV and know that here we talk about what has to be talked about. Those we have to correct, we correct them in wisdom. We don't correct them in hate. Those we want to supply information to, we supply information to them same way. And with this, we can all say it is a healthy industry that we are applying. But if we go about doing the big back with no wisdom and no facts attached to it, we become crabology kind of industry where everybody is pulling the other down. That is the crabology industry, pulling everybody down at every point in time. It will be good. Come what may. Share this with someone if you find this interesting. Let us have your commentary as much as this is concerned so we can do more. Sammy Flex, I'm out of here. Special thanks to Tapt Send once again, to Digital Rasta Currency for doing the camera Richie Flex, and to you for spending quality time to see this. I'll see you when I see you again. We're out of here. Bye-bye.